on. I'll be right back. I'll leave this at 60 and see what it's like, but I'll probably change it. Okay, let's do this. Puzzles may not be skipped. Interesting. Seeing if like clicking on anything would do anything. Okay.
Where am I? Is this a dream?
Not quite, Murphy.
Maybe.
Then you're the big PI in the sky?
Hold on. Maybe let's turn the subtitles off.
Where am I? Is this a dream?
Not quite, Murphy.
Then you're the big PI in the sky?
That's right, Murphy. But now is not the time for you to be here. There is a vast and malignant evil at work on the earth, and fate, for some reason that even I cannot fathom, has chosen you to oppose it.
But why me?
I'm no more thrilled about it than you are. Nevertheless, your fate has been decided.
name's Tex Murphy. I'm a small-time private investigator in the big city of New San Francisco. My office isn't in the glamour districts. It's in the run-down, mutant part of the city, close to Coit Tower. A place they've been refurbishing for years, but it never seems to improve. Not exactly great for business, but it holds a strange attraction for me. I've cracked some pretty big cases over the years. You may even have heard of me. But I don't do much investigating anymore. These days, I'm known for being a man who gets things done, no matter what the cost. You got a job that pays? I'll do it. No questions asked. I can't really remember why I became a PI. Maybe I was drawn to the romance, adventure, and independence it offered. Or maybe because I believed in its code of honor. That a man can remain untarnished as others sink into a cesspool of lies, corruption, and greed. A man better than the world around him. But even a set of principles can slowly slip from your grasp. The world has a way of beating you into submission. Circumstances change. The guilty aren't always punished. Temptations become obsessions, and love can be violently taken, leaving it empty and hollow. Each day, innocence fades, and your character weakens. And that's not all at once, but a piece at a time until you can't be put back together again. You finally realize the only way to get ahead in this world is to make sure you're on the winning side, and then do anything you can to stay alive. I don't know why I'm so reflective tonight. Maybe I finally crossed the Rubicon, but that's not true either. I passed that sign miles back and didn't even pause to take a picture. Maybe I just feel extra guilty tonight for what I'm about to do. There was a time when I would have never agreed to do something this despicable. I can't explain why I do this, but maybe Judas would understand.
Drag him into the speeder. Look, the top window. I think we got him. Let's get out of here.
Yes, they brought that back.
Hey, you! Over here! Finally! What was all that commotion outside anyway? Wowza! You really got a hit on the head. Remember me? Your old pal Huck? Seriously, you look clueless.
Who or what are you?
Geez, how hard did you hit your head? Well, let me reintroduce myself. I'm your Smart Alex, your personal assistant, version 1.5, fashioned 3 years ago in a factory with truly horrible working conditions you don't want to know. I'm your trusty, tech-savvy sidekick whose primary functions include travel agent, inventory tracking and analysis, investigative advice, case notes, and I'm also a confidant and a best buddy, you gigantic oaf. Remember?
Not really.
Would you like a tutorial on my usage?
I guess let's watch it. Even though I probably don't need it.
Activating tutorial mode. Let's begin. Welcome to the Smart Alex interface. This is where the magic happens. This button takes you to your inventory. Items you pick up along the way can be viewed and used from here. To take a closer look at an item, select it and then click the Examine icon. The Examine feature often gives clues about the object. This is your map, where you can view your current location or warp to other locales. This icon is our handy-dandy built-in hint system. It will list tasks for each location. This is your flashlight. If you are in a particularly dark environment, you can turn on this flashlight to help you out. If you're playing in casual mode, when the beam of light from the flashlight shines on an object that needs to be picked up, the object will sparkle. This is the Look icon. If you want to look at an object without interacting with it, press this icon.
More furniture I don't recognize.
The Use icon allows you to interact with an object in the environment. The Smart Alex icon will flash in the corner, confirming an item has been picked up and placed in the inventory. To exit out of the Smart Alex game interface, click on the giant X in the middle. Let's start by picking up an item to add to the inventory. Walk over to the corner shelf and pick up the broken record.
Oh man, my Gene Autry record's broken in two.
Now let's take a look at this new addition in your inventory. Return to the Smart Alex interface and click on the inventory icon. Look, the broken record! Examine the broken record to hear a clue about what to do with it.
I'll need some glue to repair this broken record.
Exit your inventory by clicking the X in the upper right corner. Let's try picking up another inventory item. Navigate to the desk and pick up the bottle of glue.
It's a bottle of stupid glue.
Now open your inventory again. You now have both the broken record and the bottle of glue. Let's try combining your two inventory items. Select the broken record and drag it to one of the combination slots below. Now, select the glue and drag it to the other combination slot. I'm experiencing a sensation altogether new to me, and frankly, I love it. Success! You have now created a vinyl record.
Well, I definitely remember my Gene Autry record. It's my one stability in this crazy world.
Try using the vinyl record on your Victrola player in your office. To use an inventory item, simply point at the target, open the inventory, select an item, and then press the Use icon.
I close my
Gene Autry, the singing cowboy. Nice choice of music. One more thing. To access the pause menu, simply hit Escape. From here, you can save your game, access the main menu, explore the help section, or quit the game. Yep, that's all there is to it. Now let's get back to your actual case.
Definitely didn't need that.
You have a fax. You have a fax.
I sure don't remember how these holes got in the wall. They look fairly recent, judging from the debris. Who would have done this? And why?
You have a fax.
Salsa dancing is a Murphy family tradition.
You have a fax. You have a fax. You have a fax.
Oh boy, a fax. Well, it's another Mike and Ike Hammer candy comic, Key Lime Largo. I'll put this in my comic book rack. Well, that's new. My friend Louie runs the Brew and Stew, and this is his personal brand of coffee. I gotta say, it packs a wallop. My friend Louis runs the Brew and Stew, and this is his personal...
I see my credenza is still keeping dust off the floor.
What on earth is this amount of cash doing in my office? If someone was trying to hire me to do something, it probably wasn't legal. I better put this away until I know exactly why it's here.
I see my credenza is still keeping dust off the floor.
Archie Ellis wrote a book? I bet this sells for pennies on eBay. Ah, the Colonel. He was my first real mentor in the PI business, and here he is giving me a helpful tip.
Because apparently you never learned the first rule of a PI. And never, ever betray your friends. Now, friendship goes beyond blood and race and politics. You gotta find out who your friends are, then you hold on to them.
I always get the chill of fear down my spine whenever I think of him.
Well, wait, hold on. I wanted to look at that. You can't go down anymore? You can't crouch. Huh, okay.
My indispensable water cooler still doesn't have paper cups. When things get slow in the detective business, I've always been able to fall back on my skills as a dance instructor. Oh man, this record's broken in two. It's my Gene Autry fake book. Whenever I'm feeling low, I can sing the songs of my hero. The Maltese Falcon? I don't remember picking up this little souvenir. How long was I knocked out? Oh man, my Richie Havens signature guitar signature disappeared. That'll teach me to get an autograph with a dry erase marker. Oh man, this record's broken in two. It's a note from my old friend Archie Ellis. Apparently he's out of town doing some research. When he returns, I'll need to ask him about the case we're working on.
Okay. I wish that you could just look at the item. Or zoom in on it or something. Why did they get rid of that? Also, why does it save after I do literally anything? Why is it doing that? Can I turn that off? Like, any action you do, it saves. Weird.
Sometimes, I wish I had a talking gumball machine as my wacky sidekick. These are the fedoras I've collected over the years, and I take great care of them. Hey, one of these has a hole in it. How did that happen?
Old trusty sidearm. Been with me since the beginning. You want some of this, huh? Bam, bam! Hey, bam, bam, bam! Bam! Bam, bam! Bam! And you!
Hey, Sonny, can you help me out? My girlfriend threw my gun out of the window. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just pick it up and, hey, don't point that thing up here. That's not a toy, you know.
Oh my hell. Oh yeah, now I remember. Looks like somebody's wiped my computer clean. Well, this happened on my first case. I was in the shootout of my life at the warehouse district. I took a bullet, and while I was recovering, I swore I was always going to use my brains before brawn. From here, I get a great view of Chandler Avenue, the original Boulevard of Broken Dreams. Yeah, more furniture I don't recognize. Blue's always useful.
Well, yeah, that'll work.
Well, I definitely remember my Gene Autry record. It's my one stability in this crazy world. An article on the Russian White Movement. Am I truly so bored I'm reading Russian history? This looks interesting. Probably a book on how to map out fun spots to visit inside your brain. Enigma. Sounds like the story of my life. Why would I be researching this? It's one of my business cards, but it looks different. When did I change these?
We're in an alternate universe. That's the only explanation.
I close my eyes and dream of one, the one I love so dear. I close my eyes and dream of one, the one I love.
PI rules are for sissies. I've been able to achieve a certain level of success ignoring all the rules of my business. Whoa, this melted chocolate bar's been in here for a while. Chocolate always reminds me of Clint, one of the residents at Chandler Avenue.
This isn't a good time for a social call, punk. If I don't get her fixed soon, I'll go insane! Dory me fasolato!
What do you mean, go insane? Seems to me you're already there.
How do you get lost before you eat that chocolate-colored hat of yours?
This desk is so I don't have to solve crossword puzzles on the floor.
All these memories.
The resort sounds like an upscale condo community. Definitely not something I'm interested in. Oh, my decoder ring. No messages on the vid phone. One of my golf partners. Old Bogey, we call him. Sometimes, I wish I had a talking gumball machine as my wacky sidekick. Yeah, I remember years ago, I was finishing up the latest Mike and Ike Candy Kids adventure, and I realized I devoured several chapters and it wasn't agreeing with me. I could feel my stomach churning like a volcano, and I realized I wasn't gonna make it to the bathroom.
Oh, what? I'll get you, Murphy, if it's the last thing I do.
Yeah, it's kind of been a sore spot in our relationship ever since. Yeah, not many people wake up from blackouts with new furniture. I certainly don't remember this piece of furniture. Looks like a genuine antique instead of something I normally get at a white elephant sale.
It's so weird seeing Tex Murphy in high resolution. I kind of wish there was like a low res option. I know I can turn that off, but I don't know how low res it'll get. It'll probably just be like 1080p. It'll maybe even look the same. But I can see it's definitely different, you know, from the blocky pixelation. Okay, it looks like we have some kind of collectible thing going on here.
Someday, I hope to collect all of the Mike and Ike Hammer comics and place them here. Oh, I had this door permanently sealed as it opened directly into my bedroom. People thought that was awfully presumptuous of me. Yeah, San Francisco looks way different now. That was from my first jackalope hunt. What's up with the bed? Looks like it's for a Lothario instead of some hard-working down-on-his-luck PI. Am I going crazy here? The government footrest. Picked it up at a government warehouse sale years back, but I've never had the nerve to open it all the way.
Yeah, that can stay closed.
The door to my back storage room is locked. That's strange. I certainly don't remember this piece of furniture. Looks like a genuine antique instead of something I normally get at a white elephant sale. Whoa, I've never seen this much money in my life. If this is my money, what were they paying me for? Mike Hammer books are great, but I prefer stories about his crazy nephews, Mike and Ike Hammer. I try to collect all their candy comics. The Big Finnish Detective by your Aaron Corners. Finns make the best detectives.
Well, I guess we need to go.
I see my credenza is still keeping dust up. Yeah, it's a picture of pre-World War III San Francisco. My one true fan.
What?
It's my fan club.
Oh.
I don't remember my office furniture being so nice. What happened? Yeah, the rug really ties the room together.
Parallel universe, I'm calling it now.
So it wasn't a horrible dream. There are gun shell casings and a shot-out window above the electronics shop. I know I'm involved, but how? I should investigate the area and then find out if anybody else heard the commotion. Chelsea's newsstand is completely abandoned. I need to find out what happened to Chelsea.
This is so crazy to see.
That's an empty vial. Lead pipes are always magically drawn to my skull like moths to the flame. The Ritz is the fire trap I call home. This photo was taken from the top floor of the electronics shop. Who's over there spying on me? Whoa, it's a picture of me at my office. Someone's been spying on me from the top floor of the electronics shop.
Stop spinning. Not a fan of the inventory system here. This feels like a downgrade. It doesn't even feel complete. Combine slot 1, combine slot 2, like it's like the code names for it instead of like giving it a little more polish. What?
He's injected himself. I don't care. Drag him into the speeder.
I think someone was getting abducted.
Where is he? He's up at the window. I think we got him.
Someone was shooting from the top of the electronics shop.
We're like getting flashbacks.
It's the Wardenclyffe Tower, a Nikola Tesla invention. I have the strangest feeling this is related to a case I was working on. It's the Wardenclyffe Tower, a Nikola Tesla invention. I have the strangest feeling this is related to a case I was working on.
Like, I just want to look at the stuff and read it, but it's just spinning forever. Why?
Where's he shooting from? Look, the top window. Alright, just shut out our headlight.
I remember speeder headlights coming down the alleyway. Motor oil, the secret ingredient to Louis' Armageddon blend. Louis usually up at this time. I should ask him if he heard anything. Well, looks like the dumpster escaped unscathed.
Bum, are you in there?
Well, looks like the dumpster escaped unscathed. Mike and Ike Hammer. Murder, my sweet. Closed. Yeah, this building's been a lemon for anyone who's tried to open a business here. This became a highly sought-after neighborhood post-World War III when it was found that the radiation couldn't penetrate through all the lead paint. This became a highly sought-after neighborhood post-World War III when it was found that the radiation couldn't penetrate through all the lead paint. Another Mike and Ike Hammer candy comic. Tootsie Rolled.
I see another one already. There's no fall damage.
Another Mike and Ike Hammer. Candy Cane Confidential. It's a Mike and Ike Hammer candy comic. Citizen Candy Cane. These dumpsters have housed various individuals over the years. It's always nice to know I'll have a place to go if I can't make rent.
Ah, look Looks like Louis at the Bruin Stew is preparing to open up shop. You should go talk to him. Maybe he heard something.
Can I turn off the hand-holding guy? How do I turn him off? You can't.
These dumpsters have housed various individuals over the years. It's always nice to know I'll have a place to go if I can't make rent. It's a Mike and Ike Hammer Candy comic, The Sweet and Sour Lady. I'll put this in my comic book rack back at the office.
They're just teleporting. There's 13 more. This game saves way too much, I think.
It's an electronic shop now, but it once was a boarding house for some of San Francisco's most notorious smugglers and petty criminals. Sounds like there's something scary in the sewers. Inspector Burns finally opened his own barbecue joint. I bet it tastes just like arson in your mouth. It's an electronic shop now, but it once was a boarding house for some of San Francisco's most notorious smugglers and petty criminals.
Okay, well, let's go into a building, I guess.
I have no desire to ride that streetcar.
These references.
This old Buick's been picked clean by the urban vultures. Every few years, someone gets the bright idea that this place should be preserved. Repairs are done for a few months, then the workers disappear when City Hall realizes what type of people really inhabit this place. Closed. Yeah, this building's been a lemon for anyone who's tried to open a business. Oh, it's my favorite podcast. Full of pod people.
This is probably real, right?
Closed. Yeah, this building's been a lemon for anyone who's tried to open a business here. Closed. Yeah, this building's been a lemon for anyone who's tried to open a business here.
I thought I was selecting the fire. Invisible Warhead. I'm sorry, I wasn't looking at chat. Yeah, it is. It does kind of remind me of Invisible War a bit. I think they took away a lot of what made the interface interactive. Clicking and dragging items on top of each other. being able to actually look at the item in a full screen way. Unless I'm missing something, I don't think I am, but it is a real website. Okay, yeah. I'm guessing because Kickstarter. Maybe there was like a tier to like put your thing in the game, you know? It's I don't know. Something like that. Can we go in here? No. Well, let's go in here.
This is the Brew and Stew run by Louis Laments. Nicest guy on Chandler. He let me run up a tab a time or two. I'm here to see my pal Louis, but I see a pretty brunette at the counter. I have the feeling she recognizes me, but I have no idea who she is.
Well, hello, stranger.
When I saw that moving, I thought it was like a timer at first. So, I was panicking.
This totally feels like a dream.
That has got to be the nicest thing you've ever said to me. Just for that, I'm gonna get you some coffee.
I can get it.
Oh, I know how you like it. Like your women. Full of liquor.
Actually, I like my coffee like my heart.
Black?
Actually, I could use some pain killing, you know, up around this general area.
Is that blood? Ow! Oh, hush. Been out picking fights again?
I don't know what happened, but you look pretty incredible in a nurse's outfit.
You do, huh? You in the mood for a little role-playing? Who do you think you are? Mr. Tall, blonde, and bloodied.
You seem to know who I am. Who are you?
I'm Taylor, and I'll be your nurse. I recommend 2 aspirin and lots of bed rest. Maybe all afternoon long.
Uh-oh.
I have to investigate these gunshots, but maybe if I were to do it really quick.
Oh, I have to go into work today, unfortunately. But maybe after work tomorrow. Ah, geez, I'm late. I got a new extension at work. I'll send it to your smart Alex. Please, go see Dr. Donahue at the North Hill Clinic. Call me after and tell me what she says about that noggin of yours. See you, Uncle Louie.
See you, Taylor.
Mr. Murphy, what are you doing here?
Louis, you look great. I hardly recognized you. I mean, how did you lose so much weight so fast? Is it some sort of hypo-lipo session?
I've been this weight for some time now. You just never noticed.
Hey, tell me who that woman was who just left here, and why does she act like she knows me?
Why you gotta be like that? You know Taylor. A little too well, you ask me. You drunk again? I told you, you ain't allowed in here. You've been drinking.
I am stone cold sober. Other than my head, I feel totally normal. It's everything else that's weird.
What happened to your head?
I don't know. I woke up on the fire escape. I go into my apartment and everything is different. The street, Chelsea's newsstand, you, everything is completely different. I mean, I don't know whether I'm tripping here or having a bad dream or something.
What's the last thing you remember before you woke up?
Getting shot.
I don't know. Something with Chelsea.
Chelsea? What day do you think it is? No, hold on. What year do you think it is?
What year? Are you serious? It's 2043.
Oh, jeez. Look at that calendar. Over there, on the fridge.
2050. What the hell's going on here? Last night, Chelsea and I went to the Golden Pagoda.
I think the wording was very, very attractive.
Oh, no!
What? It's me.
Look, somebody has stolen our car. I mean, here I am, my speeder's stolen out here. I'm sitting on a great... God, that was hot!
Oi! Would you guys like a lift to the cop shop?
No, we'll walk.
He's really just trying to do us a favor.
Chelsea, I'm getting a really bad feeling about this. It's like some sort of deja vu.
The Fabergé World Tour 44, the most exotic and exquisite exhibit of...
Who's your mate?
Oh, that's Tex. He's having a very bad day.
That true, Tex?
Oh, no. Everything's just going peachy.
Well, things could get worse, huh?
He shot me. He shot both of us. He shot me. There's nothing.
I can't believe we had to watch that again.
Isn't there anything?
That's what I'm trying to tell you, Mike. It wasn't last night. It was 7 years ago.
What the hell is that?
Looks like you got injected with something. Maybe that's what's messing with your head. Or maybe it's that goose egg. Either way, buddy, you gotta see a doctor.
What about Chelsea? Where is she? I mean, is she okay?
You said to never say nothing about her. Never again.
Louis, I don't know what kind of bastard I turned into over these last 7 years, but this is me, Tex. You've got to tell me where Chelsea is. Louis, please tell me.
That night, you and Chelsea just disappeared. You showed up a few weeks later. You couldn't remember nothing then neither. But Chelsea, she never showed up.
This is too much for me to get my head around. All I want to do right now is find out what happened to Chelsea. The cops have to have a file on this. I got to get down there and talk to them.
You shouldn't be driving in your condition. I'll call you a cab.
Oh, for talking.
It sure is good to have the old mice back. I don't want to get all mushy, but I missed you, Mike. Clint's done a real nice job, don't you think? Good to see the neighborhood getting fixed up.
I really don't need to see that I'm getting points in the top left corner for doing dialogue. I just think, again, the interface is a bit of a downgrade. I don't know why these choices were made.
We don't get too much of that stuff around here anymore. cops have been good about cleaning things up. I got no idea who would have been doing the shooting or getting taken.
It's just distracting. It's a pop-up that comes up like, I don't know how many times a minute.
I don't got a ladder. You might want to check at the Golden Gate Hotel. They've been doing a bunch of renovations. I like that Archie fella. Real friendly. Don't always understand what he's talking about, but hey, different strokes for different folks, right? I forget. You don't remember nothing about Taylor. She works for the Bay City Mirror, does a lot of investigations, and she's a real peach. Sweet, smart, funny. Yeah, I wasn't too happy that you and her was spending time together, but maybe she was seeing through all that tough guy stuff. She's good that way.
They're related? No way.
Oh, me? I'm just the same as always. Just a little less of me than I used to be. You know, I love Chelsea like she was my own daughter. I still miss her, even after all this time. I wish I could tell you everything you can't remember, but I don't know much. You and Chelsea went missing, and then you showed up out of nowhere a few weeks later. A couple of days after, you was gone again. I only saw you a few times after that. A couple of years went by, and then you came back, and something bad had happened to you. I don't know what, but it made you hard and mean, and you just got worse. Got to where I didn't even want you around anymore. Yeah, nice to have some fresh blood here on Chandler Avenue. Not really the kind of place I do a lot of shopping at, but some folks seem to like it fine.
I can't go to the North Hill Clinic. Not now. I need to investigate the crime scene to find out what happened before the police arrive. This is the Brew and Stew run by Louis Laments. Nicest guy on Chandler. He let me run up a tab a time or two. It's the sewer to Chandler Avenue, and I never go in there unless I really have to. It's the sewer to Chandler Avenue, and I never go in there unless I really have to. This became a highly sought-after neighborhood post-World War III when it was found that the radiation couldn't penetrate through all the lead paint.
I wonder how I'm gonna break this game.
Where we're going? Yeah, we'll need roads. Inspector Burns finally opened his own barbecue joint. I bet it tastes just like arson in your mouth. Now that's a handsome devil. Wait a minute. A rival PI? Oh man, how did this happen? It's locked. I won't be able to enter without proper identification.
You can't go in.
Behind Rook's pawn shop is a dirty, ugly alcove that reminds me a lot of Rook himself. These dumpsters have housed various individuals over the years. Oh, I remember the day I came back to my office to that grisly sight.
It's still here?
I tried for an hour to get Pug's head out of the water cooler, but it was no dice. The police showed up and thought about grilling me until they realized Pug was a mutant. And it was like they couldn't care less.
I guess people are a little apprehensive about taking that bottle back for deposit.
Makes a glass shattering sound, it's fine.
These dumpsters have housed various individuals over the years. It's always nice to know I'll have a place. What's this? Oh, it's a small wheel. Too bad this zipline trolley is broken. It's missing a wheel.
What?
Zipline trolley's repaired. Now we need to find the perfect place to zipline.
I think I skipped dialogue, but I think it was just from like the inventory guy, so it's fine. I didn't mean to do that.
These dumpsters have housed various individuals over the years. It's always nice to know I'll have a place to go if I can't make rent. The gate's locked, but when Rook gets to work, he'll unlock it, so I'll check back later. It's closed. These dumpsters have housed very... Sad to say, many robots and cyborgs end up down here. They get hooked on old Chihuahua motor oil, and they stumble down here looking for a fix until their lights fade out. Chelsea's newsstand is completely abandoned. I need to find out what happened to Chelsea.
Got shot in the head.
Archie helped me out on my Pandora directive case where we met a charming fellow named Jackson Cross.
I'm gonna do you the favor of a lifetime. I'm gonna let you walk. But if I catch you meddling in NSA affairs one more time, I'm gonna put a bullet right in your eyeball. Is that clear? Get this pukehead out of my office. I'll be watching you, Murphy.
Man, I thought this would have ended up in the Andes Mountains. 3 Cards at Midnight isn't open right now. I'll have to try back later. It's a 3 Cards to Midnight shop. It's a 3 Cards to Midnight shop. That's Rook's pawn shop. Rusty the Clown was one of our more infamous Chandler Avenue residents. He ended up in a vat of chemicals strong enough to melt titanium. Looks like Rusty's Fun Mass building has been converted into a Knights of the Templar clubhouse. It's closed. Most businesses on Chandler Avenue won't open until later. Yeah, the Golden Gate Hotel was so famous they named a bridge after it.
I'm pretty sure every one of your cases involves the Snow White warehouse somehow.
It's the old Savant School. That had a short tenure here on Chandler Avenue. Lots of impressive graduates, though. John Lennon? Looks like someone woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
Oh, nice.
Captain of the football team.
Yeah, the Kickstarter backers, of course. But there was probably like a thing like, you know, get Tex to describe your picture or something. So let's listen to all of them.
Oh, she looks good in purple. He's almost too serious. Nice shades. Oh, he looks great in a suit. The key to life is not taking it seriously and riding sharks. Most likely to become a famous actor.
$500 tier. My God.
Class clown? Class of 2022. Cutest couple, class of 2022. Most likely to lose his keys at a Pink Floyd concert. Most likely to visit all 7 continents. The Cardinals get this guy an agent. This guy looks like that famous actor who was in all those movies. He looks a little too young to be in here. I hope this wasn't his Christmas card. If William H. Macy were more handsome, he'd look like this. I don't know if I trust this guy. The green screen leads me to believe that they're going to Photoshop someone else in later. Hey, get a haircut, hippie. You know, I can appreciate any man who wears a turtleneck. Hey, that's my ex-wife's boyfriend. PI rule number 47. Never trust anyone with a monocle. I think I borrowed money from this guy once. Must be a pilot. Only pilots wear scarves. What is this guy mad about? Very distinguished. Definitely a physics major. Mr. Congeniality. Now that's a nice smile. Well, winter is coming.
Game of Thrones, there it is.
Meow. Someone get this guy a comb. He seems stern, yet fair. I wonder what he's looking at. Most likely to start an NGO. Oh, what a strong jawline you have. Whoa, that player be mean mugging me. Most likely to start a Fortune 500 company. Yeah, don't do the crime if you can't do the time.
What the hell is this?
Well, this joker might have taken submit a headshot too seriously. Most likely to be a beatnik.
A what?
Most likely to be a beatnik. Must have been class president. It's like he's looking through me. Most likely to become president?
Oh God, there's more.
Most likely to become an enforcer for the mafia? Well, this must have been taken at a movie premiere. Well, hello there. What's he doing at the Savant School? He looks like an ale-swilling, lightning-riding Norse god. Most likely to take over the world. Most likely to be ID'd when he's 30. Well, the shirt says Audrey Hepburn, and those legs are all Betty Grable. Most likely to pose in front of leather-bound books. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Hey, put some clothes on. CSI, New San Francisco, starring this guy. Family isn't just a thing, it's the only thing. Most likely to solve world hunger, class of 2021. Now that's a man I'd buy speeder insurance from. Most likely to be reincarnated as Jerry Garcia. I'll make him an offer he can't refuse. I wouldn't kill you to smile for the picture. Well, this mutant's got a little green hand coming out of his forehead. Cool. That is easily in the top 10 best mustaches I've ever seen. Collared shirt says business, but the daiquiri says party. Most likely to climb Mount Everest. You know, the older I get, the younger everyone else seems to look. Dad, are you back from the grocery store? Oh, sure. Show off that you were in Paris. Well, let's have a staring contest. 1, 2, 3, go. A candid moment of our subject, deep in thought. Hey, party on, dude. Groovy. I have the funniest feeling that this guy is pantsless. Mrs. Havisham? Hey, it's a better looking version of me. Most sarcastic, class of 2020. I don't trust that cat, not one bit. I think I saw this guy in Tucker and Dale vs. Evil. I find this picture to be illogical. Most likely to be a U.S. Senator. Most likely to be first married. Most likely to win the Nobel Prize. Most laid back, class of 2020. I wouldn't want to freak you out, but there's a huge bird on your head. This picture is about as friendly as an audit by the IRS. Most likely to play guitar in an indie band. You know, I was just thinking that people don't wear enough orange. Most likely to marry for money. I'm not really sure what's going on here. Most likely to ski down Mount Everest. Ding, 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 ding. We have a doppelganger.
Oh, at the end.
It's a Mike and Ike Hammer candy comic, Licorice Rope. This became a highly sought-after neighborhood post-World War III when it was found that the radiation couldn't penetrate through all the lead paint. Larry Lama? I loved that guy when I was a kid. Yep, that's the Snow White warehouse. Needs a key. It's locked and I need to find a way to open it. Looks like a swipe card reader.
Good evening, ladies and charms. I'm your entertainer tonight, Mr. Franco Spinoza. I'm going to be playing some songs that I know you'll love. Listen to this one. Hard and cold, it's what it does to me. Hot and cold, the shower sprays on me. La la, hey, la la la, to hell with it.
Yeah, the Golden Gate Hotel was so famous they named a bridge after it.
My nose has started sagging lately. Makes it hard to breathe. Now, what kind of info you looking for, huh?
About to say what? Not even a sound effect? But then it happened.
Coit Tower, once one of the great landmarks of the city, is now a broken down monument symbolizing the world that's passed us by. Whoa. I wasn't always nervous about heights until my Under a Killing Moon case. I was trying to break into a luxury high-rise and slipped from the 32nd floor.
Looks like no one's home. This is gonna be easier than falling off a horse. This window doesn't want to open up. Maybe if I... Whoa!
Fortunately, I hit an awning before I hit the ground, but I didn't stop bouncing for about 30 minutes.
Well, you're dead. Don't be sad. It's probably the most satisfying ending this case was ever going to have.
I guess no suicide for us. Thought maybe it was gonna wake us up from this horrible dream. Now we can go in here? Maybe we always could.
Wow. This place really has been renovated. I guess that dumbbell Ardo must have come into some money. But as I walk to the counter, I suspect this place is under new management.
Welcome in. Welcome to the Golden Gate Hotel. How can I help you? Mr. Murphy?
Wow. Service around here has gotten a lot better and a lot smarter. Call me Tex.
No, thank you. The last time I tried that, you were all...
I'm a professional and should be treated as such.
For some self-righteous baloney like that. Management heard about it and I didn't get any time off for a month.
Well, I don't meet many button-activated women, although it'd be a great optional feature. What's your name?
You know very well who I am. Holly Graham. Cute, right? You tangibles just can't resist a pun.
So, I think your sign has a typo. It says holograms are people, too.
So you can read. It's for the hologram rights movement.
I hate to tell you this, but holograms aren't people. And I ought to know, because I've dated a few.
That's exactly what they used to say about minorities, women, and mutants. It's our turn now. I'm officially on strike.
What?
Strikes work a little better when you're not on the job.
Civil disobedience isn't easy when your oppressors control you with a button.
Well, you go, girl. Graham.
Really? You're the last person I thought I'd hear that from. Everyone in this neighborhood's afraid of you, you know.
I think your file on me might be corrupted. Mind if I ask a few diagnostic questions?
Sure. Though I should warn you, I don't get out much. Now that I know you support the hologram rights movement, I may have to reevaluate my opinion of you. Oh, you know me. Just a hologram. Here to serve my tangible oppressors. The nicest tangible I've ever met. Taylor's my bestie, my real friend. I don't know what she's doing with you. I think he came in one time with Mojo, the kid from the barbecue place. It was awkward. We keep everything like that over at the Snow White warehouse. I've heard they keep a key or something to get inside the warehouse by the door. Well, it's no Golden Gate Hotel, is it? I heard gunshots, and then the speeder came flying out and took off.
I should look around the hotel lobby and see if there's anything here that could help me out. Forget it, Jake. It's a Chinatown sale. It's a key to a lockbox. When visiting Salt Lake, be sure to visit... All these pictures of how beautiful San Francisco used to be just depress me. When visiting Salt Lake, be sure to visit... Well, hopefully ballroom renovations include installing an actual ball pit. I guess this is time out for unruly guests. Only guests of this hotel are allowed entrance through here. At least it's not a popcorn ceiling.
Near the entrance, huh?
What do we got here? It's like instructions to get into the Snow White warehouse. What do we got here? It's like instructions to get into the Snow White warehouse. It's a key to a lockbox. It's the warden. Whoa. It's a note. Zipline. Needs a key.
Four, 2, 6, 8. Whoops.
Wow, is this still here? I used this to deal with a cunning criminal on my Under a Killing Moon case who had a bad case of bozophobia.
Ooh, it's me, Rusty Kids, and I'm here to Mommy's come back!
I heard he had my name tattooed on his knuckles, and he wants to show me firsthand when he gets out of prison. I'm not really looking forward to that. Looks like an interesting read. Looks like an interesting read.
Enigma, a Tex Murphy novel. Is that a real book? That seems like an Easter egg.
Now that I have a ladder, I can get into the second floor of the electronics shop.
No, it's not. Damn.
Some familiar names on the Chandler Avenue sex offender list.
There's one coming out called the Romanov Enigma. Oh. Maybe. Okay, we have a ladder.
Nice ladder.
What do we want to do with the ladder?
It's a 3 cards to midnight shop. That's not right. This door's just painted on. I knew there was something creepy in there. Why would a little gremlin like Rook have a basketball hoop?
Maybe we can go in here with the letter.
I'm no detective, but you need to find a way to get up to the
That was a waste of time.
What? Okay, I was right.
Yeah, Louis once told me these rooms were used by bootleggers and smugglers during Prohibition. There were hidden panels in rooms where they'd hide their stash. Yeah, Louis once told me these rooms were used by Someone's been spying on the citizens of Chandler Avenue. And that's a damn shame. This guy was working diligently to get a free sub at Inspector Burns' barbecue. Someone needs to update their poster collection. Prohibition ended 100 years ago. A business card from a rival detective? What the hell? Oh, I was anti-Habition myself.
What? Oh. Oh, the one to the... Oh my god. I'm trying to, like, remember it. I think I just need to keep seeing it. It was one of these two. What was after that one? Oh, God. I'm just gonna go like this and guess, because I don't remember which one it is. Oh! Okay. Oh!
Don't shoot.
Following our first lead, and we get ourselves caught in a laser net. All in a day's work, right?
Smart Alex had a point, but I wasn't gonna let him have the satisfaction of knowing so. There was one good thing about spending hours stuck in a laser net. You got time to think. Who is this guy? Who killed him? And what kind of surveillance was he doing right across from my apartment? And what's in the metal canister? Have 7 years really passed without me remembering it? Is it related to my head injury or the injection mark on my arm?
He dead?
Well, I think you missed a hell of a party.
Party?
Yeah, you're here in time for the laser show.
I wouldn't do that. I was here to meet Carlos Maldonado. Is that you? Or him?
Look, I just stumbled onto this little nightmare, and I need to find out who this guy was and what he was doing. I'm a PI, and I assume this guy is Maldonado. My name's Murphy. Who are you?
Mason said Maldonado was a PI. Were you working with Mason too?
I'll be honest. I don't know if I was working for Mason or not. Actually, I'm having severe memory problems here, so anything you can tell me about Maldonado or Mason or what's in the cryo chamber here would be greatly appreciated.
I think I set off an alarm when I came in here. I don't usually do this kind of thing. I was just trying to help Mason. He said, come in here, find the PI, get the cryo chamber, and keep it safe.
Hey, I found that first.
Slow learner. You have to find Mason. I think he's in big trouble with bad people. I don't know why. He's a neurologist, for God's sake. But you have to promise me that if I let you go, You won't come after me. You'll find Mason.
Oh, I promise. My fingers are so frozen I can't cross them.
If your memory problems are part of all this, Mason is the only one who can help you. So you need to find him and bring him back safe just as much as I do. I'll be in contact soon.
Man, those cops are getting close, but I don't want to leave this place without a clue. I better hurry up and find something before they get here. Not even one crate of mixers. This guy was hardcore. Not even one crate of mixers. This guy was hardcore. Well, that might come in handy.
Strictly speaking, I would never encourage anyone to break the law, but those sirens are getting awfully close.
This equipment is surveying several different locations, including my office. Someone knows what I've been up to. Yeah, tough break, hombre. Not even one crate of mixers. This guy was hardcore.
I guess we're done. I don't see anything else I can grab.
Yeah, tough break, hombre. As I try to make my great escape down the ladder, I find two officials waiting to greet me.
Hello, boys. Well, if it isn't Tex Murphy, what were you doing in there?
Well, it's a little hard to
Oh, you know the drill.
I was really trying to get my hands on that surveillance equipment. Maybe I could see exactly what happened to me. Now the only way I'll find it is if New San Francisco's finest decides to play ball with me. I don't know why they'd start now, but I'd better polish up on the old Murphy charm.
Whether you're a mutant or a norm, San Francisco is our home. Be a part of the solution to crime. If you see something suspicious, please report it to the SFPD immediately.
Make it quick, Murphy. I got about 1 million things to do. And wasting time on you ain't one of them.
Didn't take you long to get in trouble, did it? You here to turn yourself in?
Danwich? I hardly recognized you. What, been 10 years? You were still a patrolman back then.
I'm surprised you remember me.
I may not have told anyone this before, but you're actually my favorite patrolman.
In case you didn't get the memo, I head up the department now. And things aren't as loosey-goosey as they were under Malden.
Well, I hope you're more helpful than he used to be. Look, I know this is gonna sound pretty crazy, but hear me out. This morning, I wake up with a massive head injury and an injection mark on my arm. No idea how I got either one of it. Then I talk to a few people, I find out I can't remember anything over the last 7 years.
You're right, it does sound crazy. But go on.
Thing of it is, my last memory is of me and my lady friend getting shot.
Your lady friend, that was, Chelsea Bando?
Yeah. How do you know that?
Well, I know your burned-out speeder was found a few weeks later with Miss Bando's DNA inside of it.
God. That is true. Chelsea's dead?
We closed the case. Though a few of us thought something didn't feel quite right about it.
What do you mean?
Well, the scene was too staged. But I'm not saying Chelsea isn't dead. The last time anyone saw her was with you at the Golden Pagoda.
What are you saying? I was a suspect?
You were, in fact. I'd have to look at the case. You were cleared at some point.
Can I look at the case files?
Now, you know you can't, so don't even ask. Look, Murphy, I feel for you. But it was a long time ago. Chelsea was pronounced legally dead, and there's no evidence to believe otherwise. I don't know what else I can tell you.
Did you ever catch the guy who shot us?
No arrest. Somebody high up on the chain locked that case down and threw away the key. Even if I wanted to see the file, I'd have to pull some strings.
What can you do to help me out here? I mean, until I see something or get some information, I'm just not going to be able to believe that Chelsea's gone.
I'm sorry, Murphy, I really am. If you can find me some new clues on the case, I'll do what I can to get it reopened. And that's the best I can do for you. Good luck.
No. I don't believe it. My gut tells me she's still alive. But I'll find out one way or the other. So why is it you think I came down here to turn myself in?
Well, we just found you at a crime scene with a dead body. That dead body happens to be Carlos Maldonado, a PI working the same neighborhood as you. Is that your way of intimidating the competition?
Seems a little extreme to me. Flyers and discount coupons have always worked much better for me.
I was just reviewing your file when you came in.
Is that a lot? Because it looks like a lot.
August 2047. Beek Nariz, NSFPD informant. Beaten and hospitalized after providing information about Tex Murphy. Nariz refuses to identify his assailant. No charges ever filed. November 2048. Surveillance video shows suspected extortionist Jen Lee leaving the Golden Pagoda with Tex Murphy, never to be seen again. The case remains unsolved. Shall I go on? In the past few years, you've gained quite a reputation for yourself. You've got New San Francisco's criminal underbelly running scared.
You're a cop. Isn't that the way you like your criminal underbellies?
We arrest criminals so they could be tried in a court of law. We don't just kill them, and I won't tolerate vigilantism. If you didn't kill Maldonado, what were you doing then?
I was awoken by gunshots. I was just trying to find out what was happening. I followed the trail and saw that Maldonado had surveillance equipment aimed at my office. I want to find out what he recorded.
Who cares what he recorded? If you're such an upstanding citizen, you've got nothing to hide, right?
I wanted to find out whether he caught me scrapbooking. If that gets out, I'm through in this town.
I don't even think you're joking about that. You're free to go, Murphy. For now. Any questions? I'm not allowed to let you see it. I know Maldonado was a dirtbag, but unless it's in self-defense, killing somebody, even a dirtbag, is a crime and will be prosecuted. She's an investigative reporter at the Bay City Mirror, one of the less obnoxious ones. As far as the coroner and the commissioner were concerned, finding Chelsea's remains in your speeder were enough to pronounce her legally dead.
She's probably still alive.
That whole neighborhood seems to attract more than its fair share of trouble. I have no evidence of an abduction, just a dead body and only one person of interest. It might be in your best interest if you could find out what happened. I'm not sure what to think of you, Murphy.
That encrypted memory stick probably has some useful information on it.
Oh, great advice. If you could help me break it, then I'd be impressed. Guess I'll have to see if anyone else on the street can
break it. Break the code. Not trying to skip this dialogue, I'm sorry. It's open now.
I'll need to find a computer whiz to break the encryption on this memory stick. Nice to meet you, Maldonado. Rumor is Zach Williams, owner of the electronics shop, is tied to organized crime. Well, we've had our problems in the past. For example, the last time I was here, he shot my credit card into 1,000,000 pieces. I'm hoping he's in a little better humor today and doesn't blow my brains out, or even worse.
Okay, I don't want any trouble.
Well, fine. How much money do I owe you this time?
Why do you keep hassling me about that? That was years ago. I paid back all those interest charges. Plus interest.
You did? Well, I must say, customer service has gotten considerably better around here.
Everyone knows what happens to people who get on your bad side. Only one reason you ever come in here, and it ain't to buy anything. You know all our stuff is junk.
Is that the new electronic shop slogan? I mean, it's no wonder you're not getting any new business.
Why you busting my chops? You know what kind of business we're running here.
Well, I'm kind of in some hot water with the police right now, and I think you could help me out.
You had something to do with what happened upstairs? I swear I have no idea what was going on. Look, I know how much you hated Maldonado, and I probably shouldn't have let him use the second floor. But he was paying cash, and he kept a low profile. So I thought it was all good. I didn't know what he was doing up there, and I didn't want to know.
Well, I didn't kill Maldonado, although I could have, if that's what you're thinking.
I wasn't thinking anything except what I could do to help, so you won't hurt me. Let's just leave me out of this, okay? I saw him bring in some cameras, so he must have been recording the surveillance. But whatever he had got confiscated by the cops. Sure, Maldonado was a creep, but his money spent just the same. He said he needed to do a stakeout of the Ritz. Didn't mention any specific names. Didn't sound like a big deal, and he was offering a good chunk of change. I sell items to customers, not purchase them. I think he's the one who came by to check in on Maldonado. Must have been a client. Don't know anything else about him. Sorry to hear about that. Is that what turned you into Mr. Badass? All I know is you ain't the same guy that came slinking in here 7 years ago. I do love Louie's cooking. Just don't ask what's in it and you'll be fine. That place opened up a couple of months ago. Doesn't look like my kind of joint. You live there, so I'm not going to say a thing about it. Look, I told the cops I wasn't here, which is technically true. I just parked out back when I heard the gunshots, so I just started the engine right back up and got the hell out. You the man, okay? We good?
Okay, so not him.
Rook's the little gremlin who runs the pawn shop. I've heard that his hard shell is hiding a heart of gold, but if it was, he'd cut it out himself with a rusty soup can lid.
Murphy! Here, let me look at you. Louis told me something terrible has happened. I've been worried sick.
Since when do you care about what happens to me? Don't tell me your little Grinch heart has grown 3 sizes in the last 7 years.
Oh, Lord. Please don't tell me that lump on your head has turned you back into the pathetic, pestering P.I. I used to know. This is a nightmare.
Hold on. Are you telling me the Tex I turned into was not pathetic and pestering? Those are my secret weapons.
Look, Murphy, I'll grant you have some detective skills, but it was all relentless, annoying banter and endless questions to me. Imagine my surprise when, over the past few years, you turned into someone I could actually tolerate.
So are you saying that you and I were buddy-buddy? What kind of a jackass did I turn into?
You cut out all the chit-chat and became a no-nonsense customer who pays in cash. You always seem to have plenty of cash.
Hey, sound like my ex-wife. How'd I end up with so much cash?
Well, how should I know? If I'd asked you that 2 days ago, you would have punched me in the face.
Well, I'd be more than happy to do it now, if it'd help.
Oh, very funny. I'll admit, Murphy, you do have a certain charm. It makes my skin crawl.
Well, if your skin crawls anymore, you're not going to have a face. So why don't you tell me what me and my charm have been buying around here, and then I'll get out of here.
All my transactions are done in strictest confidence. That hasn't changed.
Hello, the new Tex and the old Tex, they're technically the same. Cough it up.
Fine. Though I don't know anything that could possibly explain what's happened to you. Believe me, I'd tell you if I did. Now I suppose this is where you ask if I mind answering a few questions, but this is not for old time's sake. Next question. At least he knows how to keep his mouth shut. Why would I know anything about that? If the police confiscated it, I suggest you talk to the police about it. Maldonado? He puts the P.I. in pig. I heard you two had something of a rivalry going on. What is that? That's the man you think was abducted? The one I saw being chased down the street? I never heard his name before you told me. I'm sure you know much more about that than I. Some say you know exactly what happened. I understand you have a thing for holograms. Maybe she's just your type. Years ago, after Chelsea disappeared, you came to me looking for leads to some valuable items, among them a lost Fabergé egg. You left the street for a long time. When you returned to Chandler Avenue, you seemed like a different person, darker, more dangerous. A prince among men makes me wish I could still eat solid food. Louis' niece is an absolute delight. What she sees in you is an absolute mystery. I knew she'd get nothing but trouble being with you. I went there once, never again. What with that herbal tea and incense, it's a veritable gas chamber. Oof. Such an upbeat, chipper little man. Utterly obnoxious. I was hoping they would tear that flop house down, and they would have too if it weren't for that meddling Clint. I heard a commotion and saw a crazed man running willy-nilly down the street and 2 other men in pursuit.
You became a sullen, short-tempered bully. And I miss that desperately.
Now that Rooks is open, I'll bet his back gate's open too. Yeah, I used to come back here and shoot hoops until I threw my back out.
Ten seconds left. Down by one. Murphy has the ball. He fakes. He drives. It's a 360. He's fouled.
Or was it my front? Ah, yes. Llama Claus would bring packs of cigarettes to all the good children around the world. Lord knows what I could do with an anvil, but it might be useful. It's Rook's hydropod garden. Whenever I see this, I think of Gordon Fitzpatrick from my Pandora case.
I've got anti-hydrogen pods on board, and I've got to get us as far away from Earth as possible.
Pods?
Pods. Anti-hydrogen pods.
He wasn't from around here, or even from this solar system. I didn't know there was that much polyester left in the world.
Okay.
Lord knows what I could do with an anvil, but it might be useful.
Hey, what can I do for you, Murph? Yeah, same old ornery cuss he ever was. Don't bother me none. I guess I'm just used to it. Zach don't come in here a whole lot. I guess he don't like my food much. So that so-and-so was spying on you. You and I wasn't real close, so I couldn't say why he'd been doing that. You wouldn't remember him. He moved into the neighborhood a few years back. Not a pleasant man. I'll leave it at that. I can't really talk about that. If she died the way the cops said she did, burned inside your speeder, it's just too much to think about. I keep a little hope that maybe she ain't dead at all. Or at least that maybe she died in a more peaceful way. That Holly is a real spitfire. I don't know how I feel about the whole holograms of people too thing, but yeah, why not? I'm no good with that computer stuff, but that little fella at the barbecue joint is a whiz. I'll bet he could get you taken care of. Haven't had another food joint on the street since Francesca ran the Slice of Heaven. I thought it might cut into my business some, but not so far. Maybe we just don't have a lot of barbecue eaters around here.
As I step into Inspector Burns' barbecue, I think I'm having a stroke. But no, burning toast is their special today. Behind the counter is the kid who Louis referred me to as the computer whiz.
Oh my.
Can you come to my house? Come down behind the jail. I got a sign on
Welcome to Inspector Burns Barbecue. My name is Mojo. Special of the day is chili con carnage. It'll destroy your hunger as well as your taste buds. Order when you're ready.
Well, those 3 little barbecued pigs look good. I could really wolf those down.
Hey, you're Tex Murphy.
And you're Mojo. What a shagadelic name, baby, yeah!
My real name is Mordecai Josephus.
Are you serious? Well, that's my real name, too.
No way!
Yeah, well, it's pretty close. It's actually Tiberius, James Tiberius. And my mom, she starts calling me Tibby. And, well, I had to come up with something that I could live with.
The ultimate Tex Murphy trivia. You just made my day. Look, I don't mean to geek out on you here, but you're Tex Murphy. Badass private eye. Man out of time. Always quick with a joke or his fist. What are you doing in a dump like this?
Getting harassed by a junior fireman?
Nice. Classic Tex Murphy.
Well, I appreciate you feeding my ego. Now, how about my belly?
Oh, you don't want to eat here. The food really will burn your face off. Inspector Burns is a bitter man. So, what are you working on? Wait, let me guess. Some kind of case just dropped in your lap. Seems like a small-time job, but there are tons of loose ends leading in all kinds of directions, and you are blindly getting nowhere.
Nice try. But this time it isn't a case. It's personal.
I could help you.
Well, I guess you could grill the suspects.
You are killing me. Look, Mr. Murphy, you fancy yourself as sort of a timeless classic, a PI archetype for the ages. You know your way around the crime scene, but it's no secret that you're not so good with high-tech gadgets. That's where I come in.
Well, now that you mention it, there might be something you can help me with.
Like Inspector Burns says, it all tastes the same when your tongue's charred. Comes in here all the time to eat, just so he can complain. He says he likes barbecue, so I'm not sure why he eats here. You think Maldonado was spying on you? Not surprising. He's the guy you hired to take photos of your cheating wife. You're the guy they hired to beat the crap out of the guy you catch with your wife. Sure, I can decrypt a memory stick, no problem. It may take a while, at least a day.
Okay.
Sorry you lost her, but man, did you ever get an attitude? Sometimes I spend hours just thinking about what kind of baby she and I would have together.
But it's a hologram, though.
Inspector Burns has tried to torch the Bruin stew at least twice. Chelsea Bando, the Nora to your Nick. I wish I could have met her. So glad Archie opened up his shop here. He's like a god at all this conspiracy stuff. Me and Archie are buds. I just can't believe I got a chance to meet my idol.
Another item on my to-do list today is checking out Maldonado's regular office that's on the street.
I wish you could, like, walk around inside the buildings. Like, you can hear. Oh no.
Holly must be out on strike. I'd better come back later to talk to her. Holly must be out on strike. I'd better come back later to talk to her.
Hmm.
Yeah, Louis once told me these rooms were used by bootleggers and smugglers during Prohibition. There were hidden panels in rooms where they'd hide their stash.
Maybe we just go back to the hotel and sleep. Oh, can you even go on the inside here? Oh.
Mac Malden. That buffoon always got credit for cases I solved. The Presidio. I mean, the Palace of Fine Arts. No, wait, is it the Museum of Science? San Francisco just has too many landmarks. The ultimate game of Battleship. Time to get a new clock. If a bell is on the front desk, I could ring it and talk to the clerk. As I ring the bell, I expect Nilo, but another familiar face pops up from behind the counter. It's Clint. Looks like he's dabbled in some home plastic surgery to cover his empty eye socket. It's amazing what you can do with a tire patch, spray paint, and crazy glue.
Ah, Mr. Murphy, will you be needing some housekeeping done? I can't remember the last time we saw you around here.
Clint? You work here now?
Oh, I guess you wouldn't remember. I heard about your blackout. I used to have those, but they were more brownouts, you know, my old chocolate addiction.
So last time I saw you, Clint, it seemed like you were pretty loco for the cocoa.
Yeah, that chocolate stand was a bad idea. But it's all good now. I actually own this place. Bought it from Nilo a few years back.
Where did Nilo end up?
You mean Nellie? He got a sex change. Yeah, I don't know. He tried to pass himself off as his long-lost twin sister for a while, but that didn't fly.
So, no more Coco Cabana?
No, after a massive bender that ended with me in cuffs outside of the Hershey's factory, I knew I had to change my life. And Preacher Gary, may he rest in peace, he set me straight. Now I just have a little tiny problem with the scotch.
So, Crazy Gary's gone to the big distillery in the sky, huh? Well, you're the perfect guy to carry on his legacy.
Oh, thanks. I think.
Well, you've come a long way, Clint. From living in a dumpster to owning your own dump.
But on the bright side, we've exterminated most of the roaches and reinforced the foundation after the big quake last year. And finally got real fire extinguishers, so no more painted-on safety features. We're up to a 3-star cubic zirconia rating in the Mutant Leisure blog spot now.
So how did you afford all of this? I mean, didn't you normally eat up all your profits at the chocolate stand?
It's mostly thanks to you, my #1 tenant. You pay up front and I always throw in a little extra to make sure I keep an extra eye on your place.
So I'm not behind on my rent? Maybe I should get amnesia more often.
You're paid through the end of the year, just like every year. You're hardly ever here these days, but hey, let me get my nose out of your business. That sounded disgusting. Let's change the subject. What can I do for you? Me? I'm just living the dream. One chocolate-free day at a time. I haven't tried it. They say that the sauce will melt your eyeballs, and that's a risk I'm just not willing to take. That little gremlin's never forgiven me for stealing his newspapers and using them for blankets. That guy's all mobbed up, so I keep my distance. Maldonado was spying on you? Are you sure it was you? Maldonado? Nothing but trouble. I steer clear of that hombre. Nice girl for circuits and chips. Look, I've had my own problems, as you know. I was in a kind of a dark place 7 years ago. Dark, bitter, sometimes nuts, raisins, for God help me, marshmallows. Dumbest name ever for a shop. Look, I know I used to joke with you about Chelsea being in love with me, but that was just my jealousy talking. We don't need to talk about that, do we? That was a real tragedy. I've got to steer clear of his diner. Too many chocolate memories. That's Louis' niece, right? Tall, brunette. Oh. Nice guy, but he's got some screws loose. Just get the holes patched before you move out, or I will keep your security deposit. This may not be much, but it's mine, and I love it. The cops came by to ask me about that, but I wasn't here at the time. You keep being my best tenant, and I'll be your biggest fan. Deal?
Problem with vid phones is you can't call anyone from the bathroom anymore. Well, you shouldn't. Some pretty intense staring contests have been held right here. A bell will be placed in the lobby if a clerk is on duty. Door.
What?
Door. Door.
Door.
Door. A bell will be placed in the lobby if a clerk is on. Door. It's best not to sit on these couches, but if you do, you better be wearing a hazmat suit.
Door.
Door. The Presidio. I mean, door.
I mean, door.
Sapphire, eh? That sounds like a fun new neighbor.
Hey, thanks for supplying me with the files for Overseer. I really appreciate that. It allowed me to actually play with sound, or well, yeah, the sound was not working. whenever you would like click on something.
Well, this is a flashy new neighbor. Needs a key. People who stay here at the Ritz don't want to be found. People who stay here at the Ritz don't want to be found. Needs a key.
A fan patch for Overseer? No.
That's Chandler Avenue, the street I call home. Needs a key. Uh-oh. That doesn't look good. Needs a key.
Needs a key. Needs a key.
Well, I had this door permanently sealed as it opened directly into my bedroom. People thought that was awfully presumptuous of me.
I thought some lady was speaking in here. Phone message.
Phone message waiting. Phone message waiting. Phone message waiting.
This message is for Mr. Tex Murphy. Storm clouds are brewing. Are you with the White Russians or against us? A White Guard member is close. Prove your loyalty and we will reveal the truth.
What the heck was that? There must be another Tex Murphy in the phone book.
What?
Looks like somebody's wiped my computer clean. No messages on the vid phone.
I don't know if I'm with or against them yet. Do I have like a new place to go? No. I wish that there was like a footstep sound or something. It's very quiet when you're moving around. You're just like gliding on the ground. It feels out of place. It's just too much work to have to code footstep sounds for every surface. Too much work. I think it would have given the game a little more life, though. Points lost.
Well, you're dead. Don't be sad. It's probably the most satisfying ending this case was ever going to have.
I didn't realize I was losing points for that. That's not good. Oh, Such is life. I think that's like the third time I did it.
Closed. Yeah, this building's been a lemon for anyone who's tried to open a business here.
This music reminds me of the fairy fountain in Zelda. Maybe I can go in here now. Oh.
What the hell is that?
That's a SPO pad, protecting the universe from imperfect life forms since 1967. It's like a mall cop with a 5,000 meter volt taser without a moral code. Be careful, Tex. I could get hurt.
Yeah, it's kind of like Space Quest, you know, there's like many ways of failure. I guess maybe I should have saved before doing it again. I don't know. It's no big deal. I don't feel like the points, like, it's not gonna affect my enjoyment of the game. I think it'll maybe determine the outcome of the ending, whether or not I get some kind of good ending or something, but I don't know. I don't care. Another reason to replay.
Oh, it's a security drone. If I enter its line of sight, I'm toast.
Let's drop the anvil on it, because I think that's what I have to do. I can't. That would be too easy.
Lord knows what I could do with an anvil, but it might be useful.
Well, that was sooner than I expected. Next time, try destroying the SFO pad before entering Meldondo's office.
Oh.
The police have been here and set up a SFO-pad security system.
I really thought it would be like destroy it with the anvil. I guess maybe I need something else. What Zelda game? Oh, I don't know. Like Ocarina of Time or something. You lost internet for 10 minutes. That's not good. You didn't really miss a whole lot. I talked to guy in here. And then I jumped off the tower again. And then I wandered around and tried to open up this door here, but I don't think let's see, maybe over here.
This became a highly sought-after neighborhood post-World War III when it was found that the radiation couldn't penetrate through all the lead paint.
I think they did a good job recreating the areas, but it feels unfinished. In both level design and UI. And just overall gameplay. I don't know. I guess let's talk to somebody else. I feel like I need another item or something that I don't have.
As I made it perfectly clear, your status as a paying customer earns you a modicum of goodwill. I suggest you use it judiciously.
Sorry, you lost me at modicum. Look, answer a few questions for me and I won't kick your butt when I get my memory back.
Like I always say, you can take a bum out of a dumpster, but you'll never get a dumpster out of a bum. Just smelling the fumes coming off that establishment irritates my bowels.
Again, I would like to walk around inside there, but it's just go straight to cinematic. It's a little bit of Overseer bleeding into this game, I think. There's gotta be a way to turn this thing off. It's not connected to anything. I can't use anything on it. You can't inspect it in any way.
Oh, it's a security drone. If I enter its line of sight, I'm toast.
Now I can do it. I had to be standing in the exact spot. My idea was the right one. Like, what else would you use that for? I'm glad I kept trying that.
Wow, nothing is so simple or wonderfully effective as blunt force trauma.
Wow, I really wish I could turn off the voice of the backseat gamer.
Wow, a place even sleazier than yours. And you have an animal print bedspread.
Hey, there is Playbub. Look away, chat.
Emily? Oh, man. I hope she's doing this to get through school.
I need a minute.
It's the only roach hotel where you have a better chance of survival inside than outside. Ew, even I have a higher standard of living, and I've eaten dog food before. Well, even I wouldn't stoop so low as to reading someone's diary. Hair cream. Glad I don't need this. Motel postcards. Maldonado must make his living spying on cheating spouses. Amateur. I prefer Weenie World's tater tots. Problem with vid phones is you can't call anyone from the bathroom anymore. Well, you shouldn't. Larry Hammond wasn't really a mutant.
I wanted to make sure you came here alone.
Well, I hope you were more careful about being followed than I was.
Now, I have a very strong sense of self-preservation. I even brush my teeth carefully.
Yeah, it shows.
But man, he sure looked like one.
Like, why do we need a companion now? Tex was enough. We don't need somebody else speaking for us. It is just an annoyance, and I wish you could turn it off. It reminds me of the Journeyman Project, little bot helper guy.
Hello?
Could I speak to Carlos? Tex?
Sorry, have we met?
That woman knew me, but hung up quickly when she realized I didn't know her.
If we can find her, maybe we could get some answers.
She must have visited Chandler while she was doing business with Maldonado. Maybe someone around here will recognize the photo.
He exists solely to push the player in the right direction with little helpful hints of, hey, maybe you should do this or look into that. And it's like, yeah, no shit. I'm paying attention too. I don't know. I think it's just an annoyance. Like, it just doesn't need to be part of the game. But, you know, casual audience. Even though I'm on gamer mode or whatever. It should be a toggle. Especially if you disable the hints. Where is it? This thing is just completely off. That should be an option here. Let me turn off the voice of that dude. Smart Alex. Okay.
Both Maldonado and I appreciate subtle storytelling techniques. Maybe we could have been friends, if you were alive. It's the depressed man's kitchen.
It's where Arnovitz makes his meals.
Both Maldonado and I appreciate subtle storytelling techniques. Maybe we could have been friends, if you were alive. His filing techniques are crude at best.
He is still here. Just seeing if you're paying attention. Okay, I think that's it for this place. Maybe.
Ew, even I have a higher standard of living, and I've eaten dog food before.
I don't really see anything else in here. I think we were supposed to find the picture and kind of get nudged in that direction of who is this? Let's go find them. Okay. Well, let's ask Louis. Maybe he knows.
It's real good having you stop in more regular. How can I help you?
I watched the making of, and when he takes these teeth out, it's like he's a completely different person. It's weird.
I might have seen this lady in here not long ago. Didn't catch your name. That Clint's really come up in the wild. Though I still hide the chocolate cake when he drops by. I don't want him falling back into his old ways.
It's an electronics shop now, but it once was a boarding house for some of San Francisco's most notorious...
Not again. You're gonna get me fired. Or worse.
Not again.
That's a fine piece of humanity there. She stopped by the other day and checked out our selection. Took her about 2 seconds to realize it was all crap. So she seemed to know her stuff.
Yeah, his voice as well, of course, yeah.
That guy's a go-getter. Why don't you get him to answer these questions? I don't know what it is they're serving in there, but it sure as hell ain't barbecue.
It's people. It's always people.
Well, if it isn't Mr. Van Winkle. What is it I can help you with, Rip? Lovely. Oh, she may have come by here. I can't be sure.
You wonder if the Smart Alex audio files can just be deleted. But then Tex would be like replying to some voiceless character that you'd never hear. And it would just be weird and awkward. Maybe it would add to the humor of like him getting knocked out and having amnesia and whatnot. Speaking to no one.
Hey, Mr. Murphy. Still running the decryption program. You can hang with me till it's done. Shouldn't be more than 4 or 5 hours.
I'm assuming this game is made with Unity, so you'd probably have to like decrypt those files or something. There's surely a way. Let's ask about the woman.
Who's that?
I don't know. I was hoping you could find out. Look it up on your fancy computer. What about the
Hey, Mr. Murphy. Still running the decryption program. You can hang with me till it's done. Shouldn't be more than 4 or 5 hours.
4 or 5 hours. Okay, guys. Let's wait here for 4 or 5 hours. Well, she's on strike, nothing to find, locked door, nothing, closed, home, nothing of value. I've spoken to everyone I can. Oh, no, I haven't.
Always happy to help out my best tenant. I know for a fact I've never seen this fox before, because if I had, she'd be my lady love.
Oh, okay.
Fat chance of that happening. Do you know what kind of creeps live in this place?
You have a fax. You have a fax.
No messages on the vid phone.
And you can't use it anymore, which I think is a strange choice. This feels pointless. Like, what? You're gonna actually drive me here? Where's the car? It's just teleporting. I must be missing something. Maybe I have to go click on my bed and go to sleep. I don't know.
What's up with the bed? Looks like it's for a Lothario instead of some hardworking down on his luck PI. Am I going crazy here?
Okay, backseat gamer, speak your mind.
It's like a swipe card read.
Maybe we have to inspect it here.
If this woman has been doing business with Maldonado, maybe someone else on Chandler Avenue will recognize her.
I mean, I already figured that out. Who else have I not spoken to? I guess this lady here might be back. Let's see. She's back. Hey. Hey.
Hey, Tex. How's your case progressing?
Who is this?
Yeah, I've seen this woman in here. In fact, she picked up a piece of mail that's been delivered here. I might be able to get a name or address for you. Let me see if I have an image of the envelope.
Oh god, those eyes.
Yep, got it. I'll print it out for you. The Ritz landlord? Seems like he may have a couple of screws loose, but nice enough. I think the kid who works here has a crush on me. Maybe one of these days I'll rock his little world. That crusty old perv is always coming in here trying to get a peek at my underpixels.
She smiled. She likes it.
If I could smell, I'm pretty sure he would stink. Always looks like he's up to something unsavory. Let me check. I can confirm that Mason Bowers has been a registered guest here. Sorry, Tex. I'm not allowed to give out any more information than that.
Holly sends the information about the mystery woman to my smart Alex, and I get a new location on the map. It's on the coast near Monterey. Whoever owns this place has mucho dinero. Whoa. I get in my speeder and realize I'm very wobbly and my vision's pretty fuzzy. I realize it's finally time to get this head wound checked out and some professional input on what's happened to me. Now's as good a time as any. I call a cab, and I'm on my way to the North Hill Clinic.
Where are you headed?
North Hill Clinic.
Well, I better step on it. You look like you're in pretty bad shape. Your eyes are really bloodshot.
Yeah, you should see him from this side.
No, they're not.
Live around here?
Yeah, I do. Live the Ritz.
I've heard there's a lot of Morlocks in that area.
Morlocks?
That's what they call them. Some new crazy type of mutant.
Really?
Yeah, I've heard rumors that they're attacking people.
On Chandler Avenue?
Just rumors. But you never know. Things could get worse, sir. Sorry. I just wanted to let you know I was packing heat up here.
PTSD.
Didn't mean to freak you out.
Well, that's fine. It's just the last time I got a ride from someone, they shot me, so I'm a little jumpy. It's a nice gun, by the way. I used to have one just like it.
I've had this for a long time. Some idiot threw it out his window.
The head wound is painful for sure. Maybe this Dr. Donahue can help me sort things out.
This almost looked like a behind-the-scenes video.
Taylor warned me you might be a problem patient.
You know, you really shouldn't keep these things on the floor. Germs?
I'm just gonna assume you've got some head trauma. Let's see what's going on.
Weird question for you. Is there any way to tell whether I'm dreaming or not?
Do you want to know if you're dreaming right now? Yep, you're awake. So tell me what happened.
I woke up a few hours ago with this goose egg on my head and an injection mark on my arm. I've got no idea how I got them. As a matter of fact, I have no idea about anything over the past 7 years.
You took a pretty good shot to the head. Enough to knock you out, maybe cause some short-term memory loss, but not for 7 years. Let's see that mark on your arm. I think we'll need to draw some blood. Everything on your form accurate?
Everything except my name, address, and billing information.
Well, I'm guessing your bloodstream's full of cholesterol and toxins, but I'm sure we'll find something else there, too. Have you ever had an implant?
Nope. All natural.
Well, that injection mark concerns me, but I
That's
don't want to
lies?
speculate. I would really like to keep you overnight for observation. You mind waiting around until we figure this out?
I thought that meant like bragging about the fact that he had.
Well, if you don't mind, I'd like to ask you a few questions, then I'll check back for the results.
I've dealt with many cases of amnesia, but nothing exactly like this. I believe he runs a diner over on Telegraph Hill. I don't think you could do much better. And yes, I mean that the way it sounded. Let's just keep this professional, shall we?
After leaving North Hill, I get a cab ride back to my office. After a while, I'm feeling a little better, so I hop in my speeder and head out to the address of the mystery woman, who I hope can give me info on Mason Bowers.
Nice, this is more like it. Fun fact, this is a former vacation home for 3 James Bond villains. Goldfinger! Wah, wah, wah.
Am I supposed to be laughing right now?
This house belongs in a tax bracket that I'm most unfamiliar with. This house belongs in a tax bracket that I'm most unfamiliar with.
What a house.
This coffee table's a special design. It's got a hidden drawer. Well, one man's trash is a PI's clue. Hello?
The voice in the head almost sounds like if there was a Kickstarter reward to be in a major role in the game and a Redditor won it.
Baseball card? Used to collect these as a kid. Now I collect past due notices.
And magazines of candy for some reason.
Classic. These baseball cards are great collectibles. Hello. The 8 lost rules of etiquette. Rule number 1, a friendly greeting could open doors for you.
It's Kevin Murphy from Mystery Science Theater. I thought it sounded familiar. It is just the same music. I was also about to mention that, yeah. Like, come on.
Barrels make any interior space look more rugged. Yeah, it's not my style. Hey, smoke no more cigarettes. I hear they have a smoking deterrent system built right into the cigarette.
It's gonna explode or something.
Hey, buddy! Do you know 1,000 people stop smoking every day by dying, you moron? Kissing you would be like licking an ashtray. Get it, dumbass? Did you know that you and I are similar? We both are certified butthead. No, don't kill me. Have mercy.
Well, the system's about as effective as other systems I've tried. But I'll keep these in case I have a smoking emergency.
What emergency would require that?
The soothing, sultry siren song of Redcat.
Is that a real artist? Are you real?
Staring at this picture is more exciting than watching a game of baseball. That might come in handy. Reminds me of the time I tried to cook meatloaf. Must be a Barry Bonds baseball. It's got an asterisk on it. A collector's edition of Matt Cubase Tyler baseball card. I wouldn't dare thieve that. Who sells seashells by the seashore? Well, this looks cheap. Isn't that DeForest Bunny from Night of the Lepus? Now that was a terrible year for wine. Nothing I can use. Now that's my kind of book. This bunny makes me laugh. He's hilarious. Hey, bada bada bada. I think that's upside down.
Oh, I'm hungry.
Really? They found someone to eat this crap? That's a terrible place for a petri dish. Tried to make a hard-boiled egg using one of these. That was a big mistake. Magnets. How do they work?
Memes.
Never, ever stick your hand in a toaster. This coffee's been out here for days. Yep, that's a sink. Tasty. Cookies? Nope, just flour. Salty. Standard groceries, and none of them look very edible. You can really judge a person by the kind of groceries they buy. Most of the stuff's expired. Most of the stuff's expired. Fine feast for mice. I've always learned the hard way that the stove gets hot. It's no good to me without alcohol. There must be something I can eat around here. I really should look into getting a kitchen for my apartment. must be something I can eat around here. You can really judge a person by the kind of groceries they buy. Well, that might come in handy. King Twinkie is the only royalty I recognize. Let's see, that says oh, bath.
Live, laugh, love.
Ah, a remembrance of a much simpler time. Lord knows I could use a plunger at my place. Another Mike and Ike Hammer candy comic. Gumdrops and lollipops. I'll put this in my comic book rack collection in my office. Well, one man's trash is a PI's clue. Tsunami! Tsunami! Rub-a-dub-dub. Well, I don't need to look at everything.
Yes, I do.
Boy, I try not to look directly into a mirror because it's kind of bad for my self-esteem. Oh, it's like a villain from a terrible B-movie. Mollusks beware.
Suicide Squad. B-movie.
Pillaging must be one of their hobbies. Nice. Some crates should never be opened. Classic. These baseball cards are great collectibles. Surely, after all we've been through, you would not turn against me and turn to her. Looks like someone with the initial T was doubting Mason's allegiance. This petri dish is encrusted with all sorts of gunk. I'll need to clean it off to see what's underneath here. I don't know what I was thinking.
Oh, maybe if I bring it to a sink or something.
That was a waste of time. Yep, that's a sink. That was a waste of time. Oh man, I hate retro things.
What?
Perfect place to keep a midnight snack.
I hate retro things. Okay.
It's a Mike and Ike Hammer candy comic. Sleep with a Swedish fish. Put this in my comic book rack collection in my office. If the owner's ventriloquist dummies in here, I'm going to be very upset.
It's Slappy.
Well, I see they like to keep things hot in the bedroom. An old Zoom portable music device. Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, my mom got me one of these while all the other kids were getting iPads and iPods. I remember just how I felt that day. Wonder what happened to it. Oh yeah, now I remember.
Oh, wow.
If the owner's ventriloquist dummies in here, I'm gonna be very upset. Now I could use that. It's just planned. Hello. The 8 lost rules of etiquette.
Wait, what?
Hoping to find more information about why sleazy PI Carlos Maldonado has been keeping an eye on my place leads me to a swanky beach house where I'm delighted and surprised to meet an incredibly beautiful woman inside a home medical office. Unfortunately for me, the feeling is not mutual, and she's accompanied by a very lethal friend.
Freeze. What are you doing here?
Well, we had such a charming conversation on the vidphone, I knew I had to meet you. Now I'm rethinking that.
You don't remember me, do you?
Well, I wish I did. Does that count?
We met just once, years ago. So did you really come here looking for me? Or are you here for Mason?
I'm sorry. The correct answer is C, all of the above. I came here to find you, but it's Mason I'm looking for.
Well, you'll have to make do with me. Mason isn't here.
So how do you know Mason?
In the biblical sense, I'm his wife, Ariel Bowers.
When was the last time you saw him?
Over a month ago.
No kidding. A wife like you, I'm surprised he ever leaves the house.
We've been legally separated for over a month. He has issues, erratic behavior, periods of deep depression. It got to be too much.
Psychological problems, huh? What are we talking here? He ties his shoe for an hour, or he walks into Burger Barn with dynamite in his pants?
I think it was just a reaction to stress. His work kept him away for weeks at a time.
So I heard your husband was a neurologist, like a brain surgeon or something.
Or something, yes. He worked in neurochemistry, how chemicals influence neural operations.
So who's he working for now?
Mason never talked about his work, even before we separated. But we stayed in touch. This was the longest he ever went without calling me. I got worried and came here. I found Maldonado's number and called to see if he knew anything.
Yeah, well, Maldonado's not going to be able to help us much because he's dead. Is that who you were coming to see on Chandler Avenue?
Yes, that's right. What happened to him?
Well, I'm not sure, but I'm trying to find out. But the trail seems to lead through your husband, who, by the way, I believe has been abducted.
Abducted? Now I'm worried sick. What are we going to do?
Well, to start with, if you could think of anything that could help me out here to find him, that would be a big help.
I will. Feel free to look around here. I wish I could stay and help, but I'll give you my number so you can call me later. And sorry about the gun to the head thing.
Oh, it's okay. I've just got one of those faces. Probably look better with a hole in it.
I have my doubts about Ariel Bauer's motivation. She certainly seems to have an agenda which includes more than just her husband's well-being. What's she up to?
Hubba, hubba. Whew. Is it hot in here, or did my internal fan just crash?
Well, it feels like I'm being played for a sap.
Oh, come on. She's just getting ready to play the field. I'd like to bring her over for a debugging session.
Okay,
please stop.
Enough.
You're ruining so much about this game, sir. Please. Please. Okay, cliffhanger time. We got to a new day. I need to get something to eat today. I'm hungry. So I'll go get some food and come back and we can continue playing. It should maybe be about an hour, so if you guys want to see more of this, tune back in soon. Thanks for watching. Loving the game so far, even though again there's some problems with it. I don't know. I feel like again, every iteration kind of gives a bit of a downgrade to the initial experience that I had with Under Killing Moon. I don't know. Still fun though, and I'm really enjoying walking around these like recreated environments. It desperately needs footstep sounds. Like if they could just update it with that, that would be fine. And maybe an option to turn off the robot backseat gamer, backseat interrupter. Like he just has to speak over every little bit of, I don't know, it's unnecessary. I didn't sign up to play Riff Tracks the game. I'm here to play Tex Murphy. And it just feels like this constant backseat commentary is just, it ruins the mood and the atmosphere for me. And I don't have to think as hard about what I'm doing anymore, because the game is just holding my hand throughout the entire experience. Not that anybody's ever going to hear these thoughts from the dev team or anything, but I might as well just say how I feel about it, I guess. Anyways, yeah, I'll be back as soon as I can. I gotta go out and get some food. I don't have any here. So, more Tex Murphy awaits. Until next time.